Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Spider-Man Remastered. This game came out in August 2022 and we tried to run this game with a 3070 Ti and 16 gigs of RAM, and yeah, well, that didn't really go well. Not only because it was 4K, it was also because ray tracing was enabled. Now we're back with slightly more RAM, 32 gigs and a 4070 Ti, and see how much of an improvement we're gonna get. So let's jump straight into it. First and foremost, we're going again 4K, no vertical sync, no upscale method being used, and honestly, I really think this is one of the games where you should be using an upscale method. Either FSR or DLSS. There is an option for Intel GPU users as well. We're not going to use anti-aliasing because in 4K that, as you know, does not really matter. Graphic wise, we're going with the same profile, very high. So everything is as it is. One of the weird things about this game is, despite the fact it did receive some performance patches and some issues were addressed, at least for myself, if I try to change this setting right now on a screen, it's gonna just soft lock the game. I think the game is just unable to re-render and reapply all the settings real time. It will work fine after restart, so maybe that's a known issue, maybe that's just an issue with my system. Take it with a bucket of salt. Outside of that, everything is, well, there, including ray tracing, which is on high. Now, here's the thing. Recommended GPU for this game is a 1060 6GB version, and the reason I'm saying this is not enough is because of the sheer size of the play area or the map. When you see the city and how much video memory we are consuming, I might be wrong. Maybe in Full HD, a 1060 6GB version will do it, but to be fair, it is a very slow card by today's standards. And even though this is a remaster, this is one of those games where they threw a bunch of things in and hope that it's gonna stick. So what we're gonna do, out of curiosity, and I believe DLSS will be required to run this game, we're gonna start a new profile because I want you guys to see the actual in-game cinematic and then to see the actual game performance, because that is very interesting, that in-game cinematics are absolutely fine and in-game performance is gonna be not fine. So let's go. Let me just enable subtitles for you guys, and away we go. Whenever the game feels like it. Definitely pay attention to the CPU usage, because this seems like this game is CPU bound rather than GPU bound, which is a little bit of a shame. But then again, 6 cores, no hyperthreading. You're probably gonna be in the same boat if you're rocking this GPU and you wanna play this game. I know PS5 is running this game better than fine, but yeah, well, this is what we actually have. So yeah. Right now, in a pre-rendered cutscene, 10 gigs of video memory, 10 gigs of actual RAM, and 60 plus frames. To be fair, I would be surprised if we're gonna get 60 frames in game, because very high with all those settings. We'll see. Place your bets, post them down in the comments below. Let's see who was right. Whoever was right the closest will get his comment pinned. That as much as I can do right now, so let's just do that, okay?
All units, level 4 mobilization. Location, Fisk Tower.
Fisk?
Back again.
4th Fisk Tower. All units stand by. Warrant is en route.
Well, knowing how YouTube will take away the audio and copyright it, I'm not gonna talk while it's playing. So this is what I'm talking about. GPU usage 70%. We were very close to be below 60 frames. And this is the play area. So as you can see, even with anisotropy filtering turned off, or anti-aliasing to be fair, because anisotropy is at ×8, which is the high preset, you can crank it all the way up to 16 if you want, you still get jagged edges in the distance. And as I said, in 4K, if you get a jagged edge, it's there to stay. Everything else, as you can see right now, CPU is actually doing something, so it's in high 90s. So to be fair, you could argue this is bottlenecking a little bit, but due to all the textures, all the NPCs, everything that's down there on the street level, you see those moving little creatures called humans? That's what's taxing out the CPU. So yeah, overall, the game itself runs fine as for now, but the moment you get into the meat and potatoes, we're probably gonna be below 60 frames, and this is why DLSS or FSR is important. You might be rendering the game slightly below 4K, but you will get constant frame rate. And considering Spider-Man is one of those fast-paced games where 60 frames is very much appreciated. I mean, granted you can have it on 30 frames, but PS5 plays this on 60. 4K, Ultra, HDR, okay? So, just throwing it out there. So let's go for a little swing around, and you guys keep an eye on the frames for me, because I'm gonna try not to be a bug on someone's windshield. Windshield? Meat shield? One of those things, you know what I mean.
Captain Watanabe.
Did you take him down yet?
No, we're at Fisk Tower, but still waiting on the warrant.
Mind if I join in on the fun?
You know how his lawyers are. This one needs to go by the book.
Come on, Yuri. I've been waiting 8 years for this.
You really want to help? Head to Times Square. Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
You got it. Almost there. Hello?
Parker, where are you? We must run through the demonstration at least once before the grant committee arrives.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Dealing with a personal issue. I'll be in soon. Promise. Better wrap this up quick than get to my real job. Looks like Yuri called in the cavalry.
Just an RTX showcase for you guys. But yeah, I don't know. I would rather have no RTX and better frames, but so far we're not below 60. So right down here we're gonna be fighting some guys, if memory serves me right, and that's where everything's gonna go wrong. But as you can see, the RAM usage has crept up to 11 gigs. We're still pushing 10 gigs of video memory, and the GPU usage is 80%. So, bottleneck for the win? You decide.
Backup! 1032, Times Square. Officers under fire.
Bring in the hammer.
ready for their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm. Gotta warn you, I'm feeling punchy today. Next customer. This doesn't look good.
Somebody just shoot him!
Man, Fisk has a lot of guys on his payroll.
Spider-Man, what's your status?
Almost done here. You?
We're about to go in.
Be there soon. Can't wait to see Willie's face when you slap the cuffs on him. Okay, Yuri. All done. What's happening? Yuri? Yuri! I knew Fisk wouldn't go quietly.
So as you can see, the performance is actually kind of fluctuating a little bit, which is a factor of multiple things, so it's not like, you know, one thing leads to another. So this is, again, one of the things I would say, use DLSS if possible.
Get more backup. And lock down the airspace.
Yuri, you okay?
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go,
Do your thing.
Yes! He's the day, Willie! Heads up! Hey, where you going? Ken! I'll clear a path. Follow me!
Get out of here, Spider-Man! Got this!
Sorry to break it to you, but you do not got this, buddy.
What's Spider-Man doing here? He's gonna mess everything up!
Oh, thanks for the confidence boost, guys.
Get him!
Down before he knocks us all out!
Rush him!
I guess this is what they call a hostile workplace.
You should have stayed in bed.
Quick, like him, get overboard!
I'll tear this place apart if I have to. Down, down, down!
Gotta take those shooters out.
That just reached the end for you! If I was you, I'd run.
I think that's all of them.
Come on, come on! They shut the elevators down! Take the stairs!
I prefer a more direct approach.
Spider-Man, status.
Heading to the upper floors, and hoping nobody turns on the elevators.
Our choppers are taking fire. Looks like Fisk has armed men on every floor.
He's desperate.
And he's hitting us with everything he's got.
I have to find him and end this.
Not yet. We just picked up chatter. They're wiping all their data servers. We need that evidence if we want to put him away for good.
Okay, server room it is. Call from May.
So yeah, to be fair, this is the performance you're going to be seeing. Now, a couple things I would want to outline. Number one, RTX looks good thanks to your performance. Second of all, if you're playing in 4K, even though 4K should be offloaded to the GPU fully, because while you're pushing the GPU, this game still seems to use CPU more than that. Third thing, lower your settings. Ultra settings or very high settings definitely feels good as a feature, but overall you're gonna be spending a lot of time indoors doing the missions, and unless you're really going through the sightseeing the whole area, which is the whole town, the whole city, I don't know if you want below 60 at all times for that smooth frame rate, or smooth rate, depends how you call it. Anyway, I would say 4070 Ti with the current spec PC or the system I have holds up pretty well. And probably you guys are sitting on Ryzen's with 75 cores anyway, so you should have no issues. But this is the performance in a 4K, very high. Ray tracing enabled, high settings on ray tracing as well. And, you know, it does work.
Hi, Aunt May.
What is all that noise?
Watching a superhero movie. What's up?
I just wanted to make sure we're still on for dinner tomorrow night.
Totally. Listen, I gotta go.
Well, okay. Love you.
Love you too.
So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. And I hope that's gonna help you make a decision for the settings or the system you're gonna be using. Over now.